Hello, this is Courtney. This next video is going to be a flow class. It's modified Sun Salutation A. So it's perfect for you if you are looking to build strength and are kind of new to the Sun Salutation, or maybe you just want to refine your practice a little bit. So I hope you enjoy it. See you soon. Begin standing at the top of your mat in Tadasana. Your feet are placed directly below your hips, approximately the distance of two of your fists. Ground down through your big toe mound, your little toe mound, and the inside and outside of both of your heels. Lift up all of your toes, and then place them back onto the ground again, feeling the insides of your arches lift up. Lift your kneecaps, activating your quadriceps, draw your tailbone down. Inhale your shoulders up toward your ears, and as you exhale, draw your shoulder blades down your back, allowing your hands to open to the front of the room. Feel your weight perfectly, evenly distributed. And breathe. As you inhale, feel your belly expand, and as you exhale, feel it fall toward your spine. Notice the peak of your inhale before you begin to exhale. At the end of your exhale, notice that there's a valley before you begin your next inhalation. Keep this same length of inhalation and exhalation throughout your practice. Take your hands to heart center, palms together, thumbs at your sternum. I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. Make it something that is simple, that you can turn to. Something brief, like a thought, or phrase, or a word, or a sound. Bow your head to your heart, symbolizing the connection between your head and your heart. And on your next inhale, lift your head up, flutter your eyes open. Inhale, reach your arms out and up, gaze up at your fingertips. On your next exhale, swan dive with bent knees, come all the way down to the mat. Inhale, lift your spine up halfway, press your fingertips into your shins or into a block, and exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees deeply so you can set your hands on the mat, and then step back to a plank position. So the top of a push-up. Take your knees down to the mat. On your next inhale, shift forward on your knees, and keeping your elbows close in your body, lower your body all the way down in one straight line. When you hit the bottom of your mat, keep your hands exactly where they are. Untuck your toes, and inhale your heart up into Cobra, keeping your hands where they are, keeping your elbows in close. And exhale, come right back down. Push yourself back up to a hands and knees position. Tuck your toes behind you, and then lift your hips up into the sky for a downward facing dog. Bend your knees as much as you need so you can have a flat spine. Feel your chest coming towards your thighs. Bend your knees deeply so you can really get a stretch through your back. And then slowly see if you can straighten your legs a little bit more, just letting your heels fall down towards the ground. Spread your fingertips wide, pressing down through the four corners of your hand, just like we did with our feet. This time it's going to be the big finger mound, the little finger mound, and the inside and outside heels of our hands. Breathe. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, walk your feet towards your hands and ending up in a forward fold. Slightly bent knees are fine. Inhale, halfway lift, press your fingertips into your block or to your shins, reach the crown of your head to the front of the room, pinch your shoulder blades on your back, and exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees slightly, and on an inhale, reach your arms out and up, gaze up at the sky, and on your exhale, take your hands to heart center, back to Tadasana. Inhale, circle your arms out and up, send your gaze upwards towards your fingertips, and exhale, swan dive, slightly bent knees, come all the way down, your head comes down last. Inhale, halfway lift, press your fingertips into your shins or your block. Reach the crown of your head, creating space. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees deeply so you can plant your hands onto the mat. Step back to a plank position with the other leg. Then set both knees down onto the ground. On your next inhale, shift a little bit forward on your knees. And exhale, keep your elbows into your waist and slowly lower your body down. Untuck your toes. Keep your hands where they are. And inhale your heart up. Press the tops of your toes into the mat to lift a little higher. Drag your hands along the mat. Give you a little bit more lift. On your next exhale, come right back down. Push up to a tabletop position. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up into downward facing dog once more. Breathe. Come back to your intention. Settle into your downward facing dog. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bend your knees, look to the front of the mat, and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, planting your fingertips onto something. And exhale, forward fold. Slightly bent knees, flat spine. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come up all the way to standing. Gaze up at your fingertips. Your hands can come together if they touch. And exhale, take your hands down to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Look up at your fingertips. Keep your shoulder blades running down your back. And exhale, swan dive forward, slightly bent knees. Come all the way down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your fingertips, ground them into the mat. Into your shins or into your block. And exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees deeply so you can press your palms into the mat. Step back to a plank position. Walk your feet back. And then take your knees down to the mat. Inhale, shifting forward on your knees. And as you exhale, keep your elbows bent in close towards your waist and slowly lower your body all the way down to the mat. When you get there, untuck your toes. On your next inhale, lift your heart up. Press the tops of your toes down, reaching with the crown of your head so your neck is long and not strained. Exhale, come right back down to your mat. Push up into a tabletop position. Tuck your back toes. And lift your hips up into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, look towards the front of the mat. Bend your knees and slowly walk up to the top of your mat in your forward fold. Inhale, create space in your spine, reaching the crown of the head to the front of the room. And exhale, forward fold once more. Inhale with slightly bent knees. Keep your back straight. Reach out and up like you're scraping the sides of the walls and gaze up at your hands. On your exhale, take your hands back to heart center. Come back to your intention, the reason why you stepped onto your mat today. And breathe. On your next inhale, reach your arms out and up. Gaze up at your fingertips. Exhale, swan dive, coming all the way down to the mat, flat spine, your head falls last. Inhale, halfway lift, press your fingertips into your shins or your block, reaching the crown of your head to the front of the room. And exhale, forward fold, your head falls last. Bend your knees deeply to plant your hands into the mat. Step back to your plank position, the top of a push-up, and then set your knees onto your mat. Keep your shoulder blades running down your back, away from your ears. Shift forward on your knees. And as you exhale, lower your body down, keeping your elbows in close towards your ribs. All the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale your heart up, drawing your shoulder blades down, keeping your elbows pinned in towards your sides, pressing the tops of your toes into the mat. Exhale, come right back down. Push up into a tabletop position. Send your hips up into downward facing dog. Spread your fingertips wide. Let your chest fall towards your thighs. Allow your heels to descend towards the mat. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bend your knees, look at the front of the mat and near your thumbs and step up to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, grounding your fingertips to your shins or to your block. And exhale, forward fold once more. Your head falls last. Bend your knees, finding strength in your feet, and on your next inhale, straight spine. Reach your arms out and up. Gaze up at your fingertips. Exhale, take your hands to your heart center. Tailbone down, heart up, shoulder blades running down your back. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Look up at your fingertips. Exhale, swan dive. Come all the way down to your mat, as much bent knees as you need. Inhale, halfway lift, create space, reach the crown of your head to the front of the room, press your fingertips into something, then exhale, forward fold. Once more, your head falls last. Bend your knees deeply, place your hands to the mat with wide fingers, step back to a plank position, set your knees to the mat. On your next inhale, shift forward on your knees, and exhale, lowering your body down in one straight piece, keeping your arms in close to your body. Untuck your toes, squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. Inhale your chest up, keep your neck long, don't look too high up. Exhale, forward fold, back down onto your mat. Push up to a tabletop position, hands and knees. Tuck your toes, send your hips up into downward facing dog. Find your breath, find your intention. Settle your mind chatter. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, bend your knees. Look up to the top of your mat and then step up to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, grounding your fingertips, creating space in your spine, becoming long. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive, slightly bent knees, flat spine, reach out and up. And exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Inhale, reach out and up, gaze up at your fingertips, keep your shoulder blades running down your back, and exhale, swan dive, coming forward, leading with your heart, come all the way down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, creating all the space you possibly can, and exhale, forward fold, bend your knees deeply, plant your hands into the mat, step back with a different foot, all the way back to your plank pose, and then set your knees onto the mat. Keep your shoulder blades pinned onto your back, your elbows by your sides. Inhale, shifting forward slightly on your knees, and exhale, lower down in one straight line all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes, press the tops of your toes into the mat. Inhale your chest up, keep your head long, keep your elbows by your side. And exhale, come all the way back down. Push up to a tabletop position. Send your hips up into downward facing dog. Inhale to prepare, exhale, bend your knees, look to the front of the mat. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms out and up, flat spine, look up at your fingertips, and on your exhale, take your hands down to heart center. Breathe here. Inhale, reach out and up, gaze up at your fingertips. Exhale, swan dive, all the way down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, create space, press your fingertips, reach your shoulder blades onto your back. Exhale, forward fold completely. Bend your knees deeply, plant your hands into the mat, step back to a plank position, then lower your knees down to the ground. Keep your shoulders up, shoulder blades pinching together. On your next inhale, shift forward, and as you exhale, lower your body all the way down to the mat, keep your elbows in close. Untuck your toes. Inhale your heart up, drag your hands alongside your body, getting a little bit more lift. Exhale, come right back down. Push up to a tabletop position, tuck your toes, send your hips up into downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale to prepare, exhale, bend your knees, look to the front of the mat, and then step up to the top of your mat to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine, creating space, shoulder blades on your back, and exhale, forward fold once more. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come up all the way to standing, gaze up at your fingertips. Exhale, take your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, creating space. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees deeply, and this time sit back onto your mat. Extend your legs and lower your entire body onto your mat so you're laying down for Shavasana. Our final pose of this class, corpse pose. Allow your legs to flop out to the sides. Allow your arms to come alongside your body, palms facing up, completely relaxed. The arches of your feet fall. Your kneecaps are no longer lifted. Your thighs become soft. Your hips become weighty. Your belly softens. Your breathing softens. Your heart is supported by your shoulders. Your forearms are soft. Elbows relaxed. Your fingers regain their natural curvature. Your eyes are closed, and even your eyes behind your eyelids are soft. I invite you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. Namaste.